Hi, this is Ed with Sapphire, and this time around in our gameplay videos, we're going to take a look
Long
at
ago, in
Dark
a walled-off
Souls 2.
land
Now,
far
if you're
to the
not familiar
north,
with the Dark Souls series, let me give you a little bit of background.
a great
The original
king
Dark Souls
built a
was
great
critically
kingdom.
acclaimed on various
I
consoles. It
believe
was
they
an
called
amazing
it
hardcore
Dragon
RPG
Lake.
that forced you to win
Perhaps you're
everything.
familiar.
Too many RPGs today just kind of hand you rewards. You don't have to really do anything. It's just laid out in front of you, like we called it a
You
Monty
will
Hall.
stand before its
In
decrepit
Diablo
gate
is an example of a
without
Monty
really
Hall
knowing
game today.
why.
Well, not this one. In the Dark Souls series, everything requires an effort, and you die a lot because it's hard on you. But the original one had a problem. It was a console port, and it wasn't well received. We were promised better in 2, and as you can see, the textures have already been stepped up. They made a lot of effort to attempt to address the graphical differences and capabilities that a PC can bring to bring a great video game to you. For this particular game, by the way, we're doing this playback using an R9 280X Toxic. So we're going to take this for a test spin and give it a really serious whirl for you to see how it's going to turn out. So anyway, though, as we go back and we start looking at this, what we are seeing is a game that's got a console framework in its graphics. It doesn't take much to look at this, and you'll see it especially as we begin to do the character generation. You're going to see that there's a console framework, but they've added some nice skinning, some high texture skinning to the system to allow it to have that higher resolution and look in a PC environment. The game looks actually pretty good. It's not spectacular, but it's definitely not bad. Now, did you notice the A for open? This is one of the complaints that was originally in the first Dark Souls, and we're seeing here today. And this is very disappointing because the original Dark Souls had the problem. It was a direct console port. And what that means is the controls, if you didn't have a controller, you couldn't hardly play the game at all. Now, the developer promised with this one that a lot more effort was going to be put into making this game great on the PC, to make it stand out on the PC. Well, what we ended up getting is essentially a console port when it comes to control. The game still controls lousy when using a keyboard and a mouse. It's difficult to use. It's almost a complete mess. We're hoping between modders and the developers, patches will come out that will resolve this. But in the meantime, we have to deal with the fact that if you're going to really play this game on a PC right now, I suggest you have some kind of controller pad. Now, as we look at the graphics, especially for the character here, you can see what I mean about it gives the feel that it's a console skeleton. This looks very similar to the way the console looks when you actually go in to do this. The only difference is the texturing is higher. Now, we're offered a lot of options here, and as you can see, we're going to play with some options, and we can do all sorts of hair color, and we can do beard and eye colors. Let's do a purple beard. There we go. We'll be strange. We'll just look a little odd. That's okay. So we're going to set this up, and we're going to make our character here real quick. Now let's go back. We want to make a class. Let's decide. I don't know. I want to do something a little different. I normally play a bandit or a warrior type. Yeah, clerics. Let's go sorcerer. I think sorcerer is the way to go. Explorer looked interesting when I looked at it earlier, but sorcerer is the way to go. Now, with these things, human effigy is what you want because that's what's going to allow you to return. We can look at some of the other stuff, but I think in the end, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want the bonfire thing because that makes everybody stronger. No, I don't want that. And the petrify, yeah, let's just do the effigy. So we're going to finalize the creation here, and this is our character. So now we're going to run forth into the game world, and we're going to see what's available. Now, this is not a true open world. This is something that's very, not linear, but it is more controlling. We're going to light a bonfire, and bonfires are essentially waypoints in the game. This is going to allow you to teleport back to a specific location or teleport from one location to another. Now, at this is where you begin to see where the PC graphics come into play. The vista that's presented to you just couldn't be done on a console. There are some extra upgrading that they've done in an effort to make the PC graphics stand out. But for the most part, if you'll notice our character, you can see what I'm talking about. There's that console-esque look to him, while at the same time there's some high definition texturing that's been done. Let's go see what's down here. We're gonna do a little dungeon delving. How can you do a sword and board and sorcery game and not delve into a dungeon? So we'll examine. This isn't working. Stroll around here a little bit. It looks like there's something over there. Let's try this doorway. The game has exploration, but the exploration is not in and of itself really that deep. This game does have a multiplayer element to it. You'll notice occasionally you'll see whispers of souls as they run by me. These are other players, and eventually you get to the point that you can actually join up the other players or hinder the other players as they advance through the game. So there is a PvP aspect to this, along with the solo play aspect. You know what? Looking at this as we play, the purple beard was a mistake. Oh well. Again, the controls you're seeing right now, these are being done with a gamepad. With a keyboard, this is much harder to do. It takes a lot of effort to have the level of control, the quick responses. But as you can see with the gamepad, you also have other problems. So there's an issue here that needs to be resolved. I'm really hoping that they fix keyboard and mouse support in the near future, because that's the way I prefer to play these games. I believe they give you a better sense of control. Again, from a Sapphire point of view, what we're doing is, this is a 280X Toxic, and it's running at 1080. Detail is maxed out. You can see the game looks good. You've got good gameplay, smooth gameplay. You've got everything you want. The 280 is able to deliver this. Now, I have played this at 1440 with max detail using a 290 Vapor X, and the gameplay was just as smooth. So the game can scale up nicely. I haven't seen it yet on a 270. Would love to see it on a 270. I think we'd find that it would continue at the 1080 resolutions to look really good. Alright, so we've left the dungeon and we found the Tower of Flame. And we're going to actually have some combat here. Let's fight something. So as a sorcerer, we're going to use my staff here, and we're going to fight this giant golem-looking thing. One of the keys to this game is you've got to learn to dodge, because that hit hurt. That hit hurt bad. Oh my god, it hurt so bad. Dodge, 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 dodge. Dodge, the hit's going to hurt again. It's going to, oh, I'm going to die. But then again, that's what happens in this game. You die a lot, as you're about to see. Only in this case, I killed myself. I was thinking he was going to kill me. Yes, I'm dead. I rolled off the cliff into the water and drowned. He had me hurt bad enough, I thought that he was going to kill me. All right, let's take him on again. Hit him, hit him. Now dodge out of the way. Now, where'd he go? Oh, he fell off balance and actually fell off the side. Very cool. Very cool. I like the fact that I can let the environment kill my enemies. Like this bonfire, when we now have another waypoint we can teleport to. Come forward here, and up, there's another one. I don't see a place for me to use the environment, so I'm going to have to try to kill him the old-fashioned way, and means dodge a lot and try to stay out of his way and cause him as much damage as I can. Now again, we're playing this at 1080 maximum detail on a Sapphire R9 280X Toxic. Gameplay butter smooth, and we're using the maximum detail. If you like your RPGs to be hard, if you want something that takes an effort, Dark Souls 2 is for you. Just remember, you're going to see this, you'll die. I'm Ed for Sapphire, and we'll see you next time.